In 2016, I decided to move my woodworking business in hopes of growing it into something bigger. Now, only a few years later, people all over the Nashville area are inviting me into their homes to help create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces and make their dreams a reality. So follow along as I take you behind the scenes and show you what it takes to create these custom built-ins. This week I've got a pretty basic project. It is an office, but it's kind of like an office slash mixed use space, I guess you would call it. The client is wanting just one of my basic offices, but the room is a little taller than most of the other houses in the neighborhood. So it's not that big of a deal, but we are going to go into the crown molding, which takes a little bit of extra effort on my part. They also want to do a shiplap backing across the middle, and they need the space to be big enough that they can seat this temple. I think it's going to be a pretty interesting project, to say the least. It's gonna be pretty normal, but you know, kind of cool looking too. So. installation is going pretty good so far. I am happy with the way that things are turning out, with the way the boxes fit, and this project's just smooth, so I'm happy when it's like that. Back at the shop, I've been working on the desk top separately, so I'm doing it in 3 individual segments, and each of these segments is getting put together with dominoes, and then everything is getting smoothed out and thicknessed to the same thickness. Then I'm actually going to take all those pieces and flush cut them and domino them together as well, but first I need to go fit them on the piece because the walls are not straight on this particular piece, so I'm going to have to push them into place, mark them, get everything set, and then come back to the shop and actually put them together, re-smooth them out, and get everything finished. So that's going to be a little bit of a process. Other than that, I'm currently working on painting the doors and drawer faces so that that stuff can be ready and can be curing in the shop for installation while we are getting the rest of the piece prepped and ready for paint, which I'm going to be doing early next week. So let's keep going. Alrighty, I'm halfway through this project and it's feeling pretty good. Because of spring break, I am still kind of juggling 3 projects at once, but I've been focusing mainly on this one. I'm finishing another one tomorrow and I am starting another one next week. So the schedule is not as crazy as it feels, it just is a lot for me. But this one is pretty much completely built and ready for paint. So we've already got the doors done. I just need to continue processing them. I was priming them earlier and the drawers just got primed, so everything is pretty much ready to go. I'm going to start actually painting tomorrow, and over the weekend on the doors, I'm going to paint the actual piece starting on Monday. And the reason for that is because I don't like leaving the tape on the walls and leaving the zip walls and all the plastic up over the weekend. It's going to be kind of a pain for the family, and also it tends to damage the paint whenever I leave it over the weekend. So I'm going to wait until Monday to get started, and then I'm also going to leave it for like a week to fully cure before I actually go back and install the doors. It's a new thing I'm trying, and so far it has worked on one project. We'll see if it works on the rest. But boring timeline aside, I am going into this weekend pretty much done dealing with this project. I will continue painting these doors and drawers, and I'll be back on Monday to get everything else finished up. So. Guess what, y'all? It's done. I am super happy with the way this project turned out. This thing looks awesome. The color that the client chose, the lighting on the unit itself, and the actual desktop that I made, all of it just looks amazing. I gotta give a shout out to my homegirl and personal friend, Joanna Gaines, who I absolutely don't know from Adam, and she would not know who I am, but she did make a color for the Magnolia Homes suite of colors. It is called Silos District, and it is amazing. I will definitely be recommending this color to a lot of other clients because it is not like navy, but it's not Superman. So it's a really good, they describe it as an inky blue. I really like it. It's super awesome. I was very impressed with the way the desktop turned out. I ended up getting those 3 panels put together and they fit perfectly and everything went in without a hitch, which was awesome. I ended up finishing it using my 50/50 mix, and there will be a link in the description, or you can just search how to professionally finish your dining table on YouTube and it'll pop up. It's an extremely popular video and it'll give you some good information. The doors and drawers turned out awesome for this project. Leaving them here in the shop for such a long time meant that there were no fingerprints, no damage, and the paint was nice and hard. On the unit itself, letting it sit for a week actually did make it a little bit harder. There weren't any real fingerprints or anything like that. The one downside was because it gets a really nice sheen to it, it then got fingerprints on it just from us touching it, but luckily those can be wiped off with soap and water as opposed to like you put your hand on it and it leaves a handprint in the paint because the paint is too soft. So I think I will be doing this whole like spray it and wait sort of thing with future clients. We'll see if I can afford to actually do that. But that's enough talking about it. I want you guys to check out these beauty shots right now. Star Wipe. Thanks for watching, y'all. If you haven't found me yet on Instagram, go do that. I need some followers. Not really, I don't actually care. But you can see some of the things that I'm doing way ahead of time. You can get updates, and you can also find all of my links in my bio. So find me on Instagram. I also love to feature people in my stories who do either my DIYs or use my tips and tricks, or just show me some cool stuff that you've done, and I'll be happy to feature it on my Instagram. That's at PMK Woodworking, in case I haven't mentioned that yet. Speaking of showing off your stuff, I have a Facebook group. It's called the Maker's Brag Book. There's a link in the description, and all this is a page for you guys to go and show what you've been doing. So if you're a maker of any sort, whether you're a cosplayer, a knife maker, a woodworker, which we already have a lot of, but that's okay because woodworkers are awesome. Anything that you make, you can go ahead and go into this group and post it. It is a competitively positive space for us to literally only lift each other up and say, hey, this is awesome. It's not a place for advice, it's not a place for critique, it's not even a place to show us what you're working on. It is only for beauty shots. That's something that's kind of discouraged in a lot of other groups, and also you get a lot of crap from people when you post your favorite project that you've ever done and people tear it down because the internet sucks. So this is a nice place for people to go, share the stuff they're making, and get some good positive feedback on it, and we can all support each other, which as makers we should be doing. I do have a business page at facebook.com/pmkwoodworking. You can also find Yoshi on Instagram. He is getting a little too big for his britches because as my supervisor, he likes to just think that he's actually important. So he has an Instagram, which is at @ChillisShiba. He's also on LinkedIn, and I think you can even find him on Facebook when he was trying to be a rescue dog, but COVID kind of put all that stuff on the back burner, and now he's too old and too deaf, and I don't think he'll actually make it through the program at this point. So give him a follow on Instagram and endorse something on LinkedIn, because I can't believe LinkedIn actually let my dog have a profile. He's literally walking home on his own. Bye!
Bye, Yoshi!
He doesn't care. Speaking of Yoshi, if you like the way he looks and you think that he looks like a total idiot but is super cute and you love Shiba Inus, check out my Teespring store. You can get some merch there. I think there may actually be some merch here on YouTube. I'm not sure. I'm trying to set that up. And I'm a terrible YouTuber, so I just don't really know what's going on. But go ahead and find some stuff on there. Get what you like. Buy it because it helps support this channel. If you want to support me and this channel, all you have to do is interact with some of the ads that you see before, during, and after the videos. And also, if you click on any of the links in the Amazon store below, I get a little bit of money every time that you guys actually purchase something, which is super helpful. So check out my Amazon store if you want to see the actual products that I used in my actual build, so you can buy them for yourself if you're going to DIY them, or if you're a professional just looking for some cool stuff. It's there and you can find it there. But with that, I'm pretty much out of things to say. It's the end of the day and it's starting to get hot, so I'm going to go inside and I will catch y'all next time. We'll see you. I don't know if that made any sense. I don't care. Bye.